Hi, I'm Valerie,
I'm Taylor.
and welcome to
Whimsy Gossip
where we talk all things fantasy.
and our favorite ways to escape reality
Grab a cup of tea
or a
and
book.
spill it on yourself, and then let's get into this.
I have Celsius today because I need that
Ooh,
extra bit of energy. Long night
right.
at work. So,
Yeah.
cheers.
Cheers. So, oh my goodness, this has
Oh,
been so crazy. This is like a speed read. I love it.
we
Um,
were not planning on filming this episode as quick as we did because we were like, okay, 18 chapters. Like, they
yeah.
flew by. And I think you texted me the other day, you're like, so we're going to film Saturday morning. Because I'm already done. And mind you,
Yeah,
we filmed on Wednesday.
right.
So it was Thursday, Friday, and we both were like, let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
go. We're doing it. Yeah, because we want to finish this dang book and
So
then
good.
probably put out another one. But
It's so
yeah,
good.
so we read 18 to 36, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where we're at right now.
Yep.
So, um,
So good.
what I'm most interested in right now, before we get really super into it, I
Okay.
don't understand. You texted me and said, I think Cain is evil. I do not
Oh,
like
he is.
Cain.
100%.
I did not see it. So please explain. I thought the ball was going to drop and it never did. I got to 36 and I was confused.
So, my theory on why Cain is evil is one, Duke Parrington is his sponsor. And Parrington is quite evil, and we're kind of getting those vibes himself. He wants to, I think Parrington's going to try to overthrow the king, in my personal opinion. But anyway, Parrington is Kane's sponsor. Kane was seen when she's walking around. I think she's outside with Nehemia, and he has this ebony ring on. It says like, "Oh, he has this ebony ring on. It's really strange." Like yada 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 yada. And she's like, "Really?" Or was it Sam Hewen? I don't know. He was wearing some ebony ring at one point in the book, and I noted it, and I was like, "Weird." They wouldn't point that out unless it was important, because they never talked about any other kind of jewelry bits or any extra things he had on.
Right.
So he was wearing some like dark, like a black ebony ring on his finger. And then she said the next time she saw him, she swear he was like bigger, like two times the size or something like that. And he was messing with the word marks in the ground. Then we notice Harrington at the Yulemas ball, Yulemas dinner. Kale goes, or not ball, sorry, Yulemas dinner, or whatever dinner they were having. Maybe it wasn't Yulemas, whatever dinner they were having.
Yeah.
Um, Kale goes and notices Parrington is wearing this black ring, this ebony black ring that he's never seen before. And that his face, like there's a dark shadow that keeps going across his face that turns his pupils black. And he words it as like, it's like he's now looking at the world or the room as a whole. And like he's like kind of like disassociating and then coming back to, and then disassociating and then coming back to. And these dark shadows keep flashing over his face. I think I think Parrington is they're possessed or they're trying to become possessed with these word marks and gaining these powers and killing off the champions.
Okay. So you think it's them killing off the champions. That's your
Yes,
theory.
because of the
And
ebony
Cain is
ring.
evil. Okay.
Yes. Because the ebony
So,
ring, and I think that's why Elena came and gave her the amulet because she's like, there's two powerful, like there's a evil ring and there's a amulet that protects. And I think the Lord, when they talked about Elena had to fight off this evil Lord creature thing in the original, like way back when she was like a princess,
yeah.
and a spirit came and gave her an amulet. I think that was 100% foreshadowing. So I think whoever Selena's love interest is going to be
Yeah.
will end up killing Cain. Like my foreshadowing prediction is Cain is going to be the quote unquote evil lord and something is possessing Cain. Like something is like wholeheartedly demonically possessing Cain, like an evil being or entity is possessing Cain. Elena's wearing this amulet that's going to protect her that was given to her by a spirit, or Selena, sorry, is wearing this amulet that was given to her by a spirit.
I can get down with the theory that Kane is being possessed because honestly, I'm still holding on to hope that maybe Kane is going to have a full circle turnaround at some point.
Maybe.
And I don't know. But Parrington, like his relationship with
Caltane.
Caltane or whatever, that's an interesting one where
Yeah.
he's not
In
like
love.
mad, like mean to her though or anything.
No.
He's just kind of like
Lusting after her.
slimy. He's a little slimy.
Yeah.
Okay. I at this
But I
point,
think whoever is her love interest, whether it be Dorian or Chaol, one of them is going to end up
who
killing
do you
Kane
think?
because
Who? Who?
give me a second. Oh gosh.
Who? Hmm.
My gut wants to say Chaol for some reason
Yeah.
because he would just be kind of lurking in the corner. Like he's not one to be up front. Like Dorian's very self and like he's always in the front, and Chaol's okay with being in the back. And I feel like Chaol would come out of nowhere and be like, well, bam, and like kill him. And we wouldn't see that coming. We would see Dorian in the front ready to fight. But really, Chaol, like, and Dorian would probably be starting the fight, like to protect, and then maybe get knocked unconscious or something. Elena has the amulet, and she's able to identify the demon and like the real name of the demon, kind of like Elena did. So Selena would be able to identify the name of the demon or whatever's possessing Kane, call it by its name, just like Elena did, throw it off guard because of her amulet, and then maybe Chaol comes from like the back or something and like then slays the demon.
Yeah, but
I
no,
don't
but who does she
know.
fall in love with? That doesn't answer the question.
Like I said before, I think she's gonna fall in love with Dorian, but I think she's gonna end up with Chaol. Chaol's gonna die, and there's gonna have to be someone else because Chaol's death is going to awaken her powers because she's gonna be
I
so angry.
I just want to say, even though it's the more cliche storyline, I love Prince Dorian. I
Oh, I
think he
know.
is so freaking hilarious. And my favorite scene in chapters 18 to 36 was when she was on her period and he comes in and KL turns all white and leaves, but Dorian comes in and she's all like, leave me alone. And he is just like, it almost reminds, I think it's because it reminds me of my husband. It reminds me of Eric. Like the playfulness and the joking and like the like unwilling to like take no for an answer.
Yeah.
I was just rolling. I was laughing so hard during that scene because she was just like, get the heck away from me. And he's like, I'm not going any, like, oh, like just
Yeah.
poking fun at her and stuff. And I was just like, oh my God, I love him so much. Like that really showed so much for me. And yeah, so I mean, if she doesn't want Dorian, I'll take him. I'll take him. Like he is funny. He is
Yeah.
so hilarious, and I just love their banter.
And
And
apparently he's
I
really
also think it
handsome.
was so funny when like she's sick, right? She's sick and like not feeling well. She wants to vomit, and KL's finally opening up to her.
I know.
He's finally like trying to pour his heart out, and she's just like, don't. She's like, KL, I can't do like I'm. And she just like
Oh yeah.
vomits everywhere. I just was like
And then he was
that.
like, ugh. Maybe
Ugh.
that's foreshadowing or something. Maybe that's like, hey, don't open up to her.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know, but I
Wait,
just
he was word
love
vomiting and she was really vomiting.
that was so freaking hilarious. And I love Selena still so much. Um,
Same.
we have six, there's five at this point. There's five people left. Um, I don't know, what's the Knox. I still don't
No.
know. I don't know if he's gonna like she saved his life, which was adorable,
Wait,
but also I don't know if I stand by my theory that he's gonna turn on her or
be
not.
evil.
He might.
What is your opinion on Elena?
Um, it's not bad. I mean, she seems cool, she's like helping her and stuff. So I don't have a negative opinion. I thought that it was really cool how she could have escaped and she didn't. And then
Mm-hmm.
those tunnels, I thought that that was really neat. And the ring and all of that, like I think it was cool how the writing in Throne of Glass is a little bit different, like than ACOTAR, in the way that we saw KL go in her room and see her sleeping with the ring, and then we saw the perspective of how she got it, and
Yeah.
I thought I really liked that. So
Okay, can I make a prediction?
go ahead.
So, and this I think stands true to my first prediction that Selena is the rightful Fae princess because Selena is described as looking, or Elena is described as white, blonde hair, just like Selena. What is her
Mm,
name? Gargantheus or
yeah.
something? Elena Gargantheus, and she's from Terrasen, and so is Selena is also from Terrasen, and I am putting money that there is a bloodline and there is some kind of connection, which is
Mm.
why Elena is coming to Selena and why they have the same color hair. That's like that white blonde hair. I don't remember what color Elena's eyes were, so I don't know if they have the same color eyes, but I know they have the same
Yeah.
color hair,
Because
but
Selena's
Selena
eyes
doesn't
are
have it.
very distinct and she's got a gold rim around them.
Yeah, but they're like blue and like a gold rim, but
Yeah.
like Elena, I can't remember how they described her eyes,
I'm sure
but
you
I know
love,
that they have.
yeah, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, no, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
I caught on to that and I was like,
Maybe they're related. Yeah,
related?
they could be related. She has magic, so I don't know if,
Yeah, that's right. Selena does have magic that she doesn't use or whatever. But I don't know. So that was I was excited to see that and I was like, oh my gosh, I made that connection when they started describing what she
but I
looked
was like,
like.
why did they name her Elena? This is getting confusing.
Selena Elena.
I know, right? But okay,
Maybe that's
so
why.
I'm sure you loved the dog scene.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps when you just said that. I was like, yes, she gets a puppy. Fun fact, I'm a huge dog lover. I have three. I would have more if I could. And
You
if I
sound
win the
like my
Mega
husband.
Millions, if I win the Mega Millions, there will be signs as in I will own 50. Like, no apologies.
Her saving the puppy's life was cute.
Oh, I know.
And
I
then
was
in
like,
the
I would
last
do the
scene,
same.
Dorian gives her the puppy, which was cute.
God. Okay, Dorian, you got 20 points in my book. You gave her a puppy. I, again, Dorian, that was 20 points in my book. I was like, oh my goodness, you know her so well. Like,
Yeah,
and also, if anyone gave me a puppy as a gift, you would get 20 points in my book. Like, anyone can give me a dog as a gift, and I will automatically love you.
it's freaking
So,
hilarious. I would be like, no, I'm good. I have
we're
one
we're
dog. I'm a one dog gal. I'm good. I'm too
you
lazy.
say
I'm too
that.
lazy. I know my limitations as a human being, and like I don't want to like have animals that like aren't going to get what they deserve in life, and I just know my capacity. So it is what it is. But I mean, I do have a dog and I love her to death, and I have a cat as well. So I love them, but we're good. We're good. So yeah,
Okay.
don't get me a puppy for Christmas. Eric would absolutely love it. He would have a zoo. My husband is complete opposite of me. Like he's just like you. He's like dog on the street, petting it, freaking out. He loves animals so much, and I love that
And
about
my
him.
husband is just like you.
There's always like that's so funny. I love that.
But no, like,
He
see, I
really
need
is
my
though.
husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I need my husband to be like, honey, we can't. We
Yeah.
can't have any more.
Yeah.
And he kind of keeps me in check because, like, the other day, this is totally off topic, but there was a dog that only had one eye and it was a cute little doodle, and we already have a doodle. And I was like, Ronald, what is one more dog? Honestly, what is one more? And he needs a home. And Ronald was like, it's one more, honey. It's one more, babe. We just can't. We can't have four dogs. Like, it's one more. And like, two of our dogs are senior dogs and they're very old. And I mean, they have a lot of health problems and stuff. So, yeah. So he was like, no, no, we cannot
No,
take a
can't do
fourth.
it. Good, Ronald.
But
Ronald, I stand with you. If you ever watch this episode, I stand with you, Ronald. I understand. Like, I have a Taylor. It's called Eric. Um, like he is constantly like trying to. He's like, whenever we go to like PetSmart or whatever, he looks at the cats. He's like, we could just get a kitten. We could just get another kitten. And I'm like, no, one litter box is bad enough, too. And I was like, also, Steve, my cat, she's a queen and she deserves to be the head of the household. And I will not
I
have it.
agree.
I will not have it if another cat comes in here and tries to surmount her. I won't have it. I've seen it. She's lived with other cats before when I had roommates. And it pained me to watch her sit there and
Dull
wait
her light.
sit
Yes.
there and have to wait to eat her food because the male cat or whatever, he was superior and he ate the food first. And then I was like, this is incorrect. We're not doing this to her. She's a queen. She's a solo cat.
I
I
do
won't
love
have
Steve.
it. I won't
I
have
do
it.
love
She
Steve.
deserves everything. So
Anyway.
anyway, that dog scene was adorable. Let's
Wait,
talk.
what do you think about Nehemia? Do we think she's evil?
No,
No, neither do I.
I
I
don't think
think
so. I think they're tricking us.
Nehemia knows.
It's a trick.
Yes. I think Nehemia put that word mark underneath Selena's bed, but I think it's a protection word mark.
Interesting.
Yes. Because it reminded me for some reason, and this is going to sound so off base, but have you ever seen The Headless Horseman or Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp?
Yes, a long time ago.
And yeah, well, the girl that he falls in love with, who's like the witch's daughter, like the witch is controlling the Headless Horseman, and then her daughter is like her stepdaughter or whatever it is. I don't know. Anyway, so the daughter is putting like all these symbols around or underneath the bed of Crane or Ichabus Crane or whatever his
Mm.
name is. And they're actually for protection and healing. And he thinks that they're evil because he doesn't know them and he doesn't know anything about it. So he thinks it's evil, but in reality, it's protection and healing. And I think that's what Nehemia is doing for Selena.
I think she genuinely likes Selena. I think that yeah, she definitely genuinely cares about her. And I think that this is just a sidebar. I think this is Sarah J. Maas trying to trick us into thinking that she's the one who's doing it, but I don't believe it for a second. I don't
No,
think
neither
so.
do I.
No, it's definitely I don't know. I would oh my gosh, I would just love if it was a huge twist. It's not Kane and it's not the princess. It's something that we aren't even seeing.
Yeah,
I would love that. So I'm just thinking, like, what if it's not Kane or the princess? It's literally somebody like KL.
I would be
Can you
heartbroken.
imagine?
I would be heartbroken, Valerie. I can't imagine.
Or it's Prince Dorian.
Unless Dorian was giving like a big fuck you to sorry, a big screw you to his dad about the whole like trial and everything, and he's like, I'm just gonna kill your champions. Go ahead, dad. Like, and
Yeah,
let that actually, maybe you're right.
that could be
Oh
a huge
man.
twist, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Could you
know.
imagine?
I literally could imagine because Sarah J. Maas does this to us. Like she literally
All
does
the
this
time.
level of she does this level of twists and turns in her story. So she could be making us think it's the princess and then making us think it's like Kane, but really it's somebody else. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very curious.
Or what if it's Caltaine? Also, can we talk about Caltaine's drug addiction? Do we think that they're going to give Caltaine like a redemption story because they are showing an awful lot of her?
I think so because we got to see in her head, remember? And she was like,
Yeah,
"You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough."
yeah.
So
So I'm
I
wondering if
don't
she's
hate
going to
her.
be. I think I'm like, are you going to be more of a prominent character than just like some side like little villain?
I think that she is not an Ianthe. I think that
No,
she is,
I thought she was going to be. I
me
really
too.
was convinced she was going to be an Ianthe.
I don't think so at this point.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think she's going to get a redemption, not a redemption, but I think we're getting into her head. I really, really love this book because we're getting so many different points of view. We're getting
Yeah,
KL, we're getting, Selena, we're getting Dorian, we're getting, um, God, you just said her name, Caltaine.
Caltaine.
Like we get so many different angles. I think that's really fun.
I I posted that I was reading this book on my Instagram story the other day, and I had so many people coming back. Like, I'm not kidding you. I probably had at least 8 different people. on like my personal Instagram come back with, "Oh my gosh, if you like this is one of the best stories I've ever read.
Wow.
Like it beats ACOTAR, like it was better than ACOTAR." And I was like, "Excuse me, because ACOTAR is holding pretty high in my book right now. Like it's in my book,
Yeah.
in my list of books, it's holding very high." And everyone was saying like this is better. And I mean, ACOTAR I think stands on its own and is really great, but I think this has, I want to say they're both just as good right now, just the
Really?
writing.
Okay. Because you
Oh
said
my God.
you've
I
tried to
mean,
read other things in the meantime.
yes.
Does this is doing it for you?
This is doing it for me. This is literally, and this sounds crazy, but I struggled to like I read Hook, but I tried, what else did I read? I don't know. I have a whole
Yeah.
stack of books I was trying to kind of get through
Right.
um while waiting to start this series with you. And I just felt like those books I could put down. I would get excited to when I had a moment to read them, and I was like, okay, I can't wait to read their story and
Yeah. This one is
everything.
hooking me. This one I want to listen to, and it's
Yeah,
going quick. I'm gonna say though too, the trials still haven't picked up. Like honestly, I'm
no.
kind of disappointed in them. I will
Very,
say that
yeah.
that is the one thing, one critique I have so far is the trials are boring.
Yes. Okay, but sidebar, this is totally like if you want to read the series Hook or Hooked, it's Hooked. Um, that is spicy. Ooh, man, I was like, okay, we are silver flames and like from the jump. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm also waiting for some of that here. I know I've heard it's a slower burn in
Yeah.
Throne of Glass, but I was like, okay. But yeah, I'm excited because now we get to finish the book now, right? I get to finish it now.
Yes. After this, we
Okay.
and then we will do one last episode of our review of it. Um, and yeah, our overall thoughts about it so far. But so you think a lot. I feel like a lot happened. Um, the ball's about to come up, so that's going to be interesting to see
Okay,
how
what
that
did you
plays
think about
out.
Paylor?
Who?
The Paylor, the young kid that was the potions kid
Um,
who helped her with the potions so that she didn't drink poison
he
during
didn't
the
help her.
trial.
She cheated.
Yeah, but he kind of like nodded to her. He like saw her
Oh,
looking at him and then put the
is he
glass
still
down.
here? Is he one of
No,
the five?
he got sent home the last trial.
Oh,
But
I don't know. I just didn't really have any thoughts. I was kind of just like, so that competition pissed me off because I wanted people like I don't get it. It should have been if you lose, you die, and then you're out. I don't understand these trials at all. These trials are really weird to me. This
yeah.
is like my biggest critique of this book is that the trials are not cutthroat enough and they don't make sense.
Yeah, because I mean they're all criminals to some degree.
Like, why is there antidotes? No, if you lose, you die.
Wait, was okay, can we talk about also like how the bodies are being found? Like literally with all their vital organs, their face and their brain gone. You
Yeah.
can't tell me that's not like ritualistic of some
Oh, it is
sort.
100%. 100% it is.
And then Varen died. Was kind of
I
surprised
think they're
about
trying to
that
bring
one.
back. I think maybe they're trying to bring back magic.
Yeah. But it's going to be dark magic because they're bringing it back the wrong way. The people who shouldn't be wielding magic are trying to wield magic.
Hmm.
Humans trying to wield magic instead of the Fae. Ooh, Valerie, that's a good one. It's humans trying to wield magic instead of the Fae wielding magic.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
it. Yeah. It's literally maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring it back through all these rituals and they need all these sacrifices or something like that. Which would be interesting. I
Wait,
think also what I did not like, I'll get to in just a second.
yes.
The when it comes to the scene of the crime, the fact that KL acted so stupid is a little bit suspicious to me. Like she was explaining stuff and he's like, and what does that mean? And what does that mean? And I'm like, KL, really? You're the captain of the guard. You're a smart cookie. You you should like be able to know what she means when she says certain things. Like she was saying very obvious things. And he was like, well, what does that mean? He literally everything that she
Yeah.
said he needed more explanation from her, which
Well, I
makes
mean, in
zero sense.
fairness, she is a trained assassin. He's just a grunt.
He's not a grunt. He's captain of the guard and he's
Yeah, but
super smart.
he's more or less like he's not trained on assassinating people like she is. She's like, look, like we slit the
But
tendons so then they can't run away. Like I'm sure she was taught like if you want to disable someone, the tendons, the back of the knees, like take those
I
out.
just
Like
feel like that should be common kind of knowledge
yeah.
to me. Like that seems obvious. Like how would you not notice that his tendons are slipped when
It
you're doing
also
the
could be
investigation?
like pumping up the lead character more and like making her great.
That's what I think it is. No, that's
Yeah.
what it is. And that's why I'm just like, Kale, like, it's
Give him
one
some
thing for
credit.
her to like say, no, it is one thing for Selena to like say stuff that maybe he didn't notice, but he shouldn't need more of an explanation. Like, she should be like, oh, they cut the, uh, his tendons.
Yeah.
He should be like, oh, he shouldn't be like, so what does that mean? It's like,
Well, maybe it
no,
was explaining
obviously,
for us, for
yeah,
those who don't
maybe.
understand what it meant.
I don't
So,
know. It's a little suspicious of Kale, so we'll see.
well, so you know how Peregrine, what's his name? Parrington is like
Mm-hmm.
the king's right-hand man, most trusted person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if Parrington is wielding these black stone rings with Kane, and Parrington purposely chose a champion who is like a human beast, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe the king, though he banished magic, is trying to bring it back on his own because the king left at one point in this book on an unknown reasoning on he was quiet and didn't tell anyone where he was going or what he was doing. And what if the king is purposefully holding this conquest with all these great killers because they all have a rhyme and reason? Like we realize each person was brought for a reason, that their soul or their body harbors some sort of something to help complete this spell that you were saying to bring.
There's some reason, yeah. Nothing is done by accident. There's a
No.
reason why he's doing this, and the trials suck. So there has to be some other reason. Like the trials are not very impressive. And also, do you think that Parrington is more like a Jafar character then?
Yeah, but I also, yes. But I also think that the king is working with Parrington. Like he went on this mission to go find that
Yeah,
black stone ring for Parrington or something and is kind of telling him like Kane is like a human beast already. Give him a little magic
right.
and he'll be even more beast-like. So,
Yeah,
and I don't know, maybe that's why. And then like he's purposefully killing off all these champions because there's a reason why like each champion is getting killed and the strongest ones have to survive. Like, and there's maybe some
yeah,
spell going on at why each one has to die or something, and a certain amount of bodies have to be killed and faces and because it's like the face, the brain, and vital organs. Like those are very specific things. Like someone's face is their
yes,
identity, their brain is their knowledge, their memories, who their decision making, their heart is their heart. It's one like their essence to keep them
yeah.
beating and who they are, and like vital organs keep them alive. Like there has to be a reason. And I really wholeheartedly believe in like your theory on they're trying to bring back magic. But I think
They're
that
trying to bring back magic. Yeah,
and the humans want to wield the magic because the king is trying to take over more lands and he's realizing
yep.
his armies are not going to be enough. So he's now going to wield the magic that he has quote unquote abolished, but in a darker magic. And I think maybe Elena is like coming to Selena to warn her that he is wielding a dark magic and you need to bring back the raw, beautiful, real, good light magic. Ah,
100% agree with you totally. And I'm so excited to see the duel that I know it could be where that's where we kind of find out that Kane is being enhanced by magic and he's like possessed because he's got these like he
dark
starts having
spirits.
this otherworldly strength and he literally
I think
it's
he's
going
the
to be super
beast.
unfair. Yeah,
I think he's
he
the
could be.
beast that is literally ripping
He
people
could
apart. I
be.
think that like
Yep.
he's being
Yes.
possessed.
Yes. He's yes.
That's what I was saying
Hell
before.
yes.
Cain is the beast when he
The
wears like
beast.
the black ring is like possessing him because Parrington, that darkness comes over his eyes and he no longer has pupils. Like it's just one black. His eyes are just completely black. So I don't know. I think, yeah,
I agree with you. Cain is definitely the beast. He transforms into the thing that,
kills everyone.
yeah, sharpens its claws, and then yeah, they are disabled, and then they are killed. Like their organs and stuff are taken while they're still alive because that's part of the ritual. And yeah, and then they have the words and
Ooh,
everything. There's a lot that happened in these 18 chapters, guys. Oh my goodness.
can you imagine what we're gonna have
Let's.
in the next 18 chapters? But do you get my theory now?
I
Why I
think it's
said
like
Cain's
19 chapters.
well, why I said
I
Cain
do
was
get it now.
evil? Yeah.
I get it now, but I don't think he's evil
Yeah.
naturally,
I love this book
inherently.
club. I love this book club that we have going on. This is great. This is so fun.
There's so much to
If no
unpack,
one even
but
watches these podcasts, I don't care because this is just so fun. It's you and
it
I.
really is fun. I know.
Yeah.
It's so fun reading this book with you. This is like the first one where we've really gone like
Back and forth because we're at the
like
same.
chapter by
Yeah.
chapter, we're at the same pace. I think that the next episode is going to probably run long. This one and these in betweens, it's like we're kind of still doing theories, talking about what's happened, but I think the overall book, we're definitely going to probably go for a while. We're going to have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I'm excited to see if any of our theories at this point, any of them are remotely close to coming true. Because if we could just make a list of all the different theories we had, like we've had a lot of different theories.
I think that we should honestly make a list of them and like post it like this is what we thought was going to happen. This is what actually happened. Like
How off
this is
base
what
were
we
we?
all yeah, I think quite, but like I don't know. I think we're good at making the theories, or at least they're entertaining
They're
theories.
funny. Some of them would be like, "Oh, that'd be a good alternate universe." Maybe, maybe if it doesn't happen. But
All right. Well,
wrap this up.
gotta wrap this one up because I'm gonna go see Hamilton
Oh,
today,
have so much
and I'm
fun.
so freaking excited because I've always wanted to see Hamilton. I've never seen it in
You
person
have to let
before,
me know
so it's
how it
gonna be.
is.
Oh, I absolutely will. And on my drive to Hamilton, I will be listening to chapter 37. And yeah, so stay tuned and thanks for joining us. What were your thoughts about at chapters 18 to 36 if you're following along with us? Do you agree with any of our predictions? What are we getting wrong? No spoilers, please, not too many. Because we do read the comments and we try to respond to all the comments
Oh, on our
because
last
we love
TikTok or
engaging.
Instagram, you posted our prediction. We got
We
roasted
got
on our
Yeah,
theory
two people came for
prediction.
our lives on that
We got
one.
roasted,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay. So again, disclaimer: we have not read the books. Like we're reading
We
them
don't know
now.
anything. Yeah, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
So be kind, be gentle, always be kind, no matter what.
Courage and be
But
kind.
thank you so much for joining us today. Follow us on everything at Whimsy Gossip
Yes.
on Spotify,
On TikTok,
YouTube,
Instagram,
and
all the
all the
things.
things. All the things.
Whimsy gossip. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. It's been fun. Have fun, Valerie. I'm jealous.
Thank you. Read
Right.
the rest of the book and catch us next week and for another episode on Wednesdays. Bye.